when the church comes to town. Jesus and his disciples had come over the sea. They had come to the land of the Gadarenes. And when I talk about Jesus and the disciples, I'm talking about the church. You don't have church without people, and you don't have church without Jesus. It's a sad scenario when people come to what is called a church gathering and Jesus is not there. There are a lot of board meetings that he's not at. There are a lot of services that he's not at. There are even sometimes when we do a whole lot of things that he's not there. But it's a sad day when church folk come together and Jesus is not there. Am I telling the truth? Things get crazy around church when Jesus isn't there. I don't know if you've ever been around any of those experiences that Jesus weren't there, but things can get pretty hot in church when church folk come and Jesus not being in the midst. How many people leave the church over an old church fight? Help me say old church fight. And I'm here to tell you that Jesus is never in a church fight. How many people leave the church discouraged and disgusted and saying, I'll never go back to that church. But I want to talk about Jesus and the disciples coming to town. They came to this community. As they embarked from the ship, there met him a man that terrified the community. Everybody in the community was terrified by this man. There were some wonderful meadows in Gadara, but people were afraid to go into those meadows because of this wild, maniac, demon-possessed man that roamed the countryside. He would not live at home. He could not live at home. There was something about him that would not let him live at home. There are some things about some folk who can't live at home because the person that's in them and the spirit that's in them won't allow them to live at home. Not only could he not and would he not live at home, but he wouldn't wear any clothes. Well, I guess that's somewhat similar to some folk today. The less they can wear, the better off they feel. This man couldn't stay at home. He couldn't wear any clothes. He lived among the tombs. He would cut himself. He would hurt himself. He would gash himself with sharp objects. He would torment and injure himself. Often for his own protection and for the protection of the neighborhood, they would try to chain him. They would try to fetter him. But he would break the chains. He would break asunder everything that bound him, and he would run off into tombstones, and there he would be. That's where he made his livelihood, and that's where he lived.